And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the... And let's...
Hey, Kevin.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Bull, Harrison out there with Michael Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Gordon in at the 3 slot. And for Dallas, Doncic out there with Richardson. Then there's Marjanovic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Here's Harrison. Jokic kicks to Gordon. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Bull. Porzingis with the block.
You know, when you drive the lane, you have to know where Porzingis is, because with his reach, he can sneak up and send that shot away anytime.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
You have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Here's Jokic. Back to Harrison. Pass to Jokic. The shot, no good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year. More efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls. And I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Passes it to Doncic. Pass to Marjanovic. And Bull pulls it down. Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Harrison kicks to Jokic. Here's Harrison. Porter with it. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
Richardson the pass to Finney-Smith. On the wing, Doncic. Inside, and stolen by Bull. Here's Porter. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Finney-Smith. Got a hand on it.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Paul Millsap is checked in for Denver. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on Jokic.
Yeah, because Luka Doncic is such a threat to score it, it opens up the passing game, and boy, it is on display right now.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Redick comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Bucket is good. Boy, your alma mater, UNLV, Greg, has produced some great NBA players over the years. I mean, so many great names.
No doubt about it. Listen, I got a special place in my heart for my former teammates Larry Johnson and Stacey Augmon.
Right.
But also guys like Sean Marion. You go back to Reggie Theus, who was a tremendous player. And right now in the league, you got Kim Birch, dunk champ Derrick Jones, and an up-and-comer in Christian Wood.
Good mentions. Rivers can't get it to go. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Powell finds Redick. 1:25 left here in the first quarter. Powell, that's good.
You love how Powell goes to work on the block, muscles his way to establish himself and deliver.
Now the pass to Millsap. Over Cauley Stein. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Burks is checked in. And here's Morris for three. Powell pulls it in. Mavericks leading by three. Burke kicks to Brunson. Shot from 12. Jump shot is good that time.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the NBA Replay Center in Chicago is queuing it up. And even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs. And credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
So out there for the Nuggets right now, Paul Millsap out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's Michael Porter. And there's JaVale McGee. Now Powell after J.J. Redick's three-pointer that didn't go. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. The Nuggets trail by three.
And a five-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
Finney Smith passes to Porzingis, and they pick up two. Porzingis has got the lead up to 5 now for Dallas.
I think you can see the strength that Porzingis has been developing over the early part of his career. That progress is showing up on a nightly basis.
Denver passing it around. Here's Porter. Porzingis with the block, but they recover it. Porter kicks the ball over Richardson, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touch by Bogdanovich. Porzingis against Jokic. Outside Gordon. Screen coming. 2 on the clock. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
Wow. Well, easy to see why Aaron Gordon has been in multiple dunk contests. The arsenal, the creativity, limitless.
Now, here's Doncic. Over Bull. Doncic with the bucket. Doncic has got his second basket.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Here's Harrison on the wing. Porter. He kicks the ball. Just 5 on the clock. Harrison passes to Porter. From the arc. The rebound by Marjanovic. Mavericks leading by 5. Now Richardson. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Jokic, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
Now here's Richardson. Back to Doncic. Fires from deep. Drills it from outside. Doncic has got 7 points.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
The kick out to Porter. Trying to find Jokic. Gets it to him. Over Porzingis. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down to 6 on the bucket from Jokic.
The ball handling skills of Jokic are unreal. He's very tricky and unpredictable in that pick and roll.
Now here's Richardson. 16 feet away. Can't hit that one.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Gordon kicks to Jokic. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Gordon, the pass to Porter. From past the arc, a three-pointer is right on target. And now just a 3-point Maverick lead.
Just sensational form and touch on display from Porter. When he gets any room to shoot from deep, he's looking to fire.
Now here's Marjanovic. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Porzingis passes to Richardson. Fires top of the key. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And it's Harrison with the ball for Denver. 41 seconds left in the second quarter. Porter passes to Jokic. Nice move. Porzingis with the block. And they get it back. Finney-Smith kicks to Marjanovic. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And now a 7-point Dallas lead.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Harrison passes to Bull. Outside, Porter. To the paint. Porzingis with the steal. Oh, he nailed it! Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, well, and Kenny, along with the incredible production, Luka Doncic is his leader. And that'll...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
We've got Tim Hardaway Jr. J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Cauley Stein in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. Reagan, New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office. Mavericks leading by 8. Left side Hardaway. And the dunk by Powell.
Well, you want some unselfishness from a guy who's capable of scoring. And Tim Hardaway says, you know what? My teammate's open. I'm going to get him the ball.
Now, here is Morris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
For Dallas, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half.
And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And, Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
Now here's Millsap. They get it again.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Here's Brunson. 6-point lead. On the wing, Hardaway. Kicks to Powell. And here's Brunson. 6 to shoot. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, you see the screen set by Dwight Powell. He's added quite a bit of muscle to his frame, and in that instance pays off.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis comes in for Cauley-Stein, and Trey Burke subbed in for Powell. Campazzo, Brunson covering. That's in, and the Dallas lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Paul Millsap.
And with long arms and great strength, Millsap can make plays bigger than his actual size.
Now here's Brunson. He has 5. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Brunson's got 5 points now this quarter.
And no surprise here, right? This guy is not only a gifted player, but he is so smart on the offensive end.
Campazzo lays it up off the glass.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Hardaway. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for J.J. Redick. Richardson, he's checked in for Burke. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Way to create just enough separation to get that shot to go.
Well, to me, that's about skill overcoming size. And how about the fearlessness at the offensive end?
Here's Harrison. Right side, Porter. And stolen by Richardson. Fast break, Dallas. Porzingis has got the ball. Marjanovic passes to Porzingis. Nice pass. Right into the rack perfectly for the layup. Porzingis has got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs. Here's Harrison. Richardson covering. Outside for Millsap. Porter against Doncic. Mavericks leading by 11. Pass break, Dallas. Left side, Porzingis. Here's Marjanovic. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Harrison. There's the killer two-handed slam.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Now here's Porzingis. 7 points in the game. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Tries from 16. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what? Greg, he loves that part of the game, and it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Jokic with the bucket.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
The three for Doncic. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Mavericks lead by 11. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And Denver will start the fourth quarter with Jokic is out there with Green. Then it's Aaron Gordon. Then it's Porter. They double him with Green. Powell dishes to Richardson. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
And the Mavericks with some changes. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Here's Morris. To the middle. And Jokic with the basket on the assist by Morris. That's now 8 points for Jokic.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Count that one. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Now, here is Morris. Here's Jokic, and it's Denver scoring again.
And they have picked it up offensively here in the second half. Ball movement, getting high percentage shots, and you can definitely see a difference.
Brunson against Morris. Outside, Redick takes a three, hands it from downtown. Redick's got himself on the board with three there.
The focus, the precision. Once Redick gets any airspace to shoot the deep ball, he seizes on the opportunity.
Now, here's Jokic. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Brunson. Pass to Hardaway. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And the Mavericks with some changes. Porzingis is checked in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And a switcher also for Denver. McGee's checked in. Rivers, offensive rebound.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Morris against Doncic. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. A step-back shot here. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Well, you have got to take this shot away from Luka Doncic. He's too good to be given the mid-range look.
Morris into the lane. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got 10 points here in the second half.
How about the anticipation and the timing there? He is all over it.
1:51 left to play here in the fourth. Doncic against Morris. Cauley Stein. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. And the Mavericks lead by 12.
Boy, there is an artistry and a feel to Luka Doncic's game. This guy is elite with his playmaking.
Morris finds Jokic. Count that bucket. 16 points for Jokic.
I tell you, he's making everything he looks at tonight. He should be their #1 option on every possession.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. The Mavericks rebound. It's good on the putback.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley-Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Passes it to Jokic. 1:10 left in the game. Second chance shot, and McGee kicks to Morris. Jokic draws the double. Here's Rivers. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. This game looks like they've got it just about wrapped up.
Yeah, just got to work that clock and take care of the ball. And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Mavericks.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Luka Doncic.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
A high-level athlete with great run and jump ability. Porter finishes well in transition.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. Not enough on that one as it misses. Here's Gordon. Misses.
And that stifling defensive call.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. And it was quite a display as the Trailblazers arrived at the arena.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Norman Powell is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 down low. And for Dallas, Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. The shot by Powell, no good.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Here's Porzingis. Rebounded by Covington. And now Portland on the break. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Lillard. Terrific talented backcourts tonight, Greg. Did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And the dunk by Doncic.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
Lillard way outside. It's hauled in by Porzingis. For Dallas, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Doncic dishes to Richardson. And that one, good. Here's Lillard. McCollum outside. It's Powell on the wing. Here's the pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to McCollum. 5 to shoot. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
Seems that Richardson just has a knack for always being in the right place.
Lillard from deep three-point land. Portland no good that time either.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Marjanovic, no good. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And then for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter comes in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Anthony subbed in for Robert Covington.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
But only if you grind hard enough to get yourself in tight before the shot goes up, guys. You got to get your work done before the shot is attempted.
Nice shot by Porzingis.
Boy, the coaching staff loves seeing this. I mean, Porzingis being active and effective from this area here.
Doncic against Lillard. Tries it from 9. Another shot. Kanter kicks to Lillard. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Powell, the pass to Kanter. Count the basket.
And usually amongst the leaders in their offensive rebound rate, Kanter gives your team found points off misses.
Now, here's Doncic. Cauley-Stein up top. He's covered by Kanter. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact. So a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. A different look for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Redick comes in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. And then for the Trailblazers, Jones checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for McCollum. And stolen by Cauley-Stein. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Redick dishes to Hardaway. Back to Redick. Outside Hardaway. Coley Stein against Anthony. Hardaway from outside. The shot, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. Jones, the pass to Lillard. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Now here's Brunson. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And Kevin, lots of standing around and watching by the defense that time.
And he makes them pay, doesn't he, Greg, with that emphatic slam.
And, guys, that'll get his heart rate up a little bit, I can tell you that. Watch out. He can be a dangerous player when his motor is revved up that way.
Here's Lillard. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
And this is peak Dame. Rising, firing, one of the more confident shooters we have in our game.
Back to Brunson. Fires the three. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. At the end of one, a closely contested. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And, guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
J.J. Redick is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's Coley Stein. Then there's Trey Burke. And it's Brunson in a corner. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Here's Simons. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Great talkers over the years. Trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg? Or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, but I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that.
No, we don't do that.
Now the Mavericks moving it up. Redick's got the ball. And Coley Stein throws it down.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Coley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Lillard left side. Gets that one to drop. That's his third field goal in 8 tries.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Runs in the pass to Hardaway. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Far from just a perimeter threat now, Tim Hardaway Jr. is also capable of converting inside.
Three-pointer, Lillard knocks down the three ball. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
It's good. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Covington with the bucket.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Now here's Brunson. He has 6, and now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there.
Boy, that is grown man ammonia strength from Porzingis there. How can defenders stop that?
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Boy, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time.
Here's Lillard. Plays it up and banks it in. Lillard's got it all tied up now for Portland.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Doncic against McCollum. The high post shot. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Doncic has got 4 points in the quarter.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Yeah, they're cracking. Absolutely cracking and looking to pad that lead.
And Lillard kicks to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
And that's just all muscle there. Cantor is solid at fighting his way through whatever the D throws at him.
52 seconds left in the first half. Richardson the pass to Marjanovic. Count that one. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. And the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Porzingis can't hit.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Cantor. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And how about the toughness of Cantor? Outstanding at keeping his composure and just finding a way to capitalize.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. Mavericks have gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. Now, Doncic, he has 6. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a...
Kevin,
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the first quarter for the Trailblazers. Was fairly even. And he doesn't get talked about that. And
in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the floor for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot.
Boy, you've got to push Porzingis out of the paint. If you don't, you're looking for trouble.
Lillard against Doncic. The 3 from McCollum at the tip. Porzingis with the rebound.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
Good, and the assist goes to Doncic. And it's a 3-point Maverick lead.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Lillard against Doncic. Lillard looking around. Doncic with the block.
You know, I like that Doncic, guys, doesn't back down on defense and tries to make it hard for his opponents.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Richardson kicks to Doncic. It's Richardson on the wing. He's guarded by McCollum. 5 on the clock. Richardson, good.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Trailblazers trail by 5. McCollum outside. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Here's Finney Smith. They get it again.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Lillard against Doncic. They need this. Nurkic, the pass to Powell. And a wide open look for McCollum. Hits the three-point bomb. McCollum's got 9 points.
Potent with and without the ball. McCollum is a tremendous spot-up shooter.
Down low, Porzingis kicks it out to Richardson. A putback, great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, if they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Simons, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. Hardaway kicks to Cauley-Stein. Back to Hardaway. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Redick for 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. Redick's got the lead up to 9 now for Dallas. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Unselfishness, always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Outside, Redick. Good on the triple. Redick's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Mavs.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Pass to Powell. 36 seconds left in the third quarter. Hardaway for 3. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
He kicks to Powell. Beyond the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Powell's got 7.
In that first half, guys, they didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
Outside Hardaway. It's Cauley-Stein, top of the key. No good there. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Mavericks lead by 5. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Trey Burke is out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Marjanovic in at the 5. Roaming the paint. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. That one falls. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
And, you know, you look at Porzingis, he's got his shot on automatic. Not much wasted motion in that stroke.
McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. Pass to McCollum. Over Burke. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
The pass to Porzingis. Here's Marjanovic. Redick is in the corner. Yep, that one goes in there.
You know, Redick has an amazing, uncanny ability to drain tough, pressure-filled shots at the end of the shot clock.
McCollum dishes to Carmelo. And they go to the intentional foul. A different look for Dallas. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Trey Burke. Jones checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Damian Lillard. Now Doncic following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. From deep three-point range, and Jones pulls it down.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Mavericks leading by 7. The wide open look here for Porzingis. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
McCollum passes to Simons. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Deep 2 from Anthony. And the shot falls short this time. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Doncic against McCollum. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Jacks up a 3. It's not going to go for him. And Simons has got the ball here for Portland. They trail by 9 points. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Jones. Doncic with the steal. And here's the break. Here's Richardson. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Doncic using quick, active hands. The fast break started beautifully because of it.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And Cantor able to finish.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Doncic against McCollum. Doncic outside. The 3. That shot off the mark. Now Portland takes it the other way. McCollum with the ball. He's picked up by Doncic. McCollum trying to get open. Jones, no luck. Mavericks leading by 9. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And here's Doncic from the arc. Portland grabs the miss. Cantor's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Porzingis with the steal. Richardson right side. And here's Doncic from the arc. That doesn't go either for Doncic.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then because his shot making is not happening right now.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
Here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Richardson. Back to Doncic. On deep. The long distance 3 is buried. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And here's Richardson to the left wing. Shoots a 3. Marjanovic, no good. Anthony kicks to McCollum. From past the arc. And the 3 ball is good. And so it's Dallas winning this one. It was up. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Their fans are ready, and if this shot from earlier is any indication, short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Oturu in at the 4 spot. And for Dallas, they've got Porzingis. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. And George kicks to Leonard. It's good from long range. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
George against Richardson. 7-foot shot. Outside for Jackson. Back to George. Outside Leonard. 4 on the clock. No good with the triple.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Finney Smith passes to Richardson. Doncic feeling it out. The pass to Marjanovic. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Outside Leonard to the inside. And the basket by Oturu.
This is why you love to run the offense through Leonard. Have to play him to score. That opens up passing lanes.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles.
Oh, here he comes.
That was amazing. And look at the elevation.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Leonard attacking. Comes up empty down low.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
He gets that one.
I like that Josh Richardson is more comfortable in this offense, just taking what the defense allows.
It's George on the wing. Richardson cover. It's stolen by Marjanovic. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Doncic kicks to Richardson. Here's Finney Smith. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Jackson against Doncic. Shot to stop the run. Jackson misses.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Richardson, no luck.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a theme. He just missed it.
A 3 from Leonard. Here's Oturu, and that one is stuffed right through.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. Richardson against Jackson. Here's Porzingis. Stolen by Jackson. Here's George. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Luka Doncic.
You know, no one produces like Paul George does. He elevates your team's abilities in any situation.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Brunson the pass to Redick. Back to Brunson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
He's a great shooter, but not just a gunner. JJ finding the open man.
Brunson against Rondo. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 6 to shoot. Kennard finds Cousins. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Morris comes in for George, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Beverley looking around from deep. Powell pulls it in. Here's Brunson. Passes it to Redick. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And catching up with Luke.
This game, it's...
Greg, you know this. It takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Batuma's out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Mann in at the 3. Kennard for 3. That shot, no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Redick with the 3. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins.
It's sort of a hired gun. Redick's been a...
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Outside, Redick. Fires for 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Redick's got the lead up to 6 now for the man.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Tipped away and stolen by Cauley Stein. An even 3-on-3 break. It's deflected. Kennard against Redick. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts of maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA.
This is what you do when your opponents try to take away the 3 and the painted area.
Pass to Leonard. Kleber with the rebound. Mavericks leading by 6. Hardaway with a wide open look. A 3-pointer, no good. Clippers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Flexing at the rack, Leonard doing what he can to fire up his teammates.
Now Brunson. Pass to Kleber. There's the 3. Here's Powell. And the rejection by Zubats. Here's Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Give him any kind of opening, and Kawhi Leonard will make you pay at the rack.
Brunson finds Redick. The pass to Hardaway. Here's Brunson. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Hardaway. Brunson's got 6 points.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
and that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Zubac the pass to Leonard. Another miss by Leonard. Dallas leading by 4. And the wide open shot from Redick. And too long on the shot. The Clippers have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
It's Redick on the wing. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Redick's got his second bucket.
Proving he's more than just an outside shooter. Redick also has a sweet touch from that area.
Leonard on the wing. From downtown, he's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
Took him a while to get going, but here in the second quarter, he's found his rhythm.
Passes it to Hardaway. Zubac against Powell. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
So good at the rim. A slow defensive rotation leads to the easy lay.
And here's Leonard from 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Outside, Redick. Offensive rebound.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the... Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They have a 5-point lead. Kenny, how'd you... And that'll do it.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Bogdanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with.
With his great length and skill, Paul George has no trouble getting points in the paint.
Now, here's Doncic. No points in the game yet for him. Porzingis trying to get free. That one good for 2. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Jackson with it. And it's Richardson picking him up. George dishes to Jackson. Off target with his 3.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post. And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants. Only 1 for 4 in this half. Sometimes it's execution. Sometimes the shots just don't go down.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. George, no good.
This is the shot they wanted to get. Right guy, right spot, wrong result.
Up top, Doncic. Defended by George. Basket counts. Bogdanovic has got 6.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
And George kicks to Cousins. Back to George. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. George has got 4 this quarter.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Richardson the pass to Finney-Smith. And here is Bogdanovic. Lays it up off the glass. He's got 8.
and they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And George kicks to Jackson. The 15-footer. That doesn't go either for George. Mavericks leading by 9. The wide open look here for Porzingis. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Out to Doncic. So good on the triple. Clippers trail by 9. Here's Jackson. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
This is what Cousins gives you. Good recognition. The ability to make plays for his teammates.
Doncic dishes to Richardson. Doncic against Jackson. Dallas again missing.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
A 3 from Leonard. It's hauled in by Richardson.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
And it's in there. Doncic has got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Nobody near Leonard. That 3 off the mark. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Down low. Marjanovic finds Porzingis. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story. Inconsistent with his offense.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Cousins. Marcus Morris comes in for Leonard. Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Offensive rebound. Cauley Stein's shot is good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Brunson against Beverley. It's rebounded by Brunson. Here are the Mavericks now. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Redick for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Redick's got 8 points.
And that's what separates the scorers from the shooters. Redick able to do it off the dribble.
Kennard, the pass to Oturu. Inside. Right block shot. Here's Kennard. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Can't let Kennard get this close. Once you do, he's going up with it.
For Los Angeles, they have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4. And that one misses. Redick for 3.
I like when Kennard hustles on D. He's capable of making a difference on that end.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's Dallas. They finish off the 3rd quarter on a 15-6 run. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Whatever the offense requires, that has to be your mindset. Always thinking team first.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Rajon Rondo is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Batum, and it's Kennard in at the 3 spot. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Josh Richardson with an athletic play at the rim. It's all about making sure you get a quality look, and that's one.
Here's Kennard, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. 4th quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Brunson with it. Kleba, the pass to Cauley Stein. Outside Hardaway. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Quick first step. Beverly showing he's not just a three-point shooter at the offensive end.
And he makes the first. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Luka Doncic comes in for Jalen Brunson. Both free throws good from Beverly. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. The three. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Batum passes to Kennard. That one wide left.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
Redick for three. They get it back. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Count it. And the Mavericks lead by 12.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
And stolen by Cauley Stein. Jacks up a three. Redick can't get that one to fall.
Man, at what point do you blame the play calling more than the player? Spacing and ball movement. We hear coaches talk about those two elements all the time.
Beverly dishes to Batum. Back to Kennard. And again, no good by the Clippers. Dallas leading by 14. Redick with the three. Redick can't get that one to fall.
Just not feeling it from beyond the arc. Sometimes that happens. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
Beverly wide open and misses it off the right side of the rim. Dallas has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Redick with the three. Redick can't get that one to fall. Clippers trail by 14. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And the Clippers miss again. Mavericks have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Redick can't get that one to fall.
And the truth is, I've been there. He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot. He feels like he's close, and that's why he keeps shooting.
Zingas, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And Los Angeles with some changes. And it's George finishing it off.
I mean, he is explosive with his leaping ability. Paul George is well versed in finishing above the rim.
Jackson comes over with the double. Deflects the pass. Powell the pass to Doncic for three. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Clippers trail by 12. Here's George. And George with the stop.
Slippery play by Paul George to get inside. He ends up right where he wanted to be for the shot.
And here is Doncic from deep three-point range, drills the three-pointer. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Mavericks.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though. When everything started to look a little dire, they really put the hammer down.
Doncic outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
The shot by George, wide open. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And you got to like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carryovers into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. Had the opportunity on the break, but couldn't sink the three. Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
Outside, Reddick. From deep. Off the mark. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it. And just about to get underway as the starting five. Hi, thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. Now a look at Dallas' starting lineup. They've got Marjanovic. Richardson is out there with Luka Doncic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And for Denver, we've got Aaron Gordon. Jokic is out there with JaVale McGee. Then it's Porter. And it's Harrison in at the point guard. Gordon goes in. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And these two teams, Brent, known for playing a more methodical pace. When you think of the elite half-court offenses, what comes to mind for you?
Well, I have a location for you, Kevin. It's Utah. And I have 2 names for you, Stockton and Malone. And how good those guys were, not just in pick and roll, but in overall half-court execution. Man, it was surgical.
And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That is his first foul of the game. The Nuggets on offense. Harrison passes to Gordon. Now Jokic, guarded by Porzingis. Porzingis with the block.
Great anticipation there. Porzingis in the right spot and throws that one away.
Here's Doncic. Drains the jumper to finish the break.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Harrison scanning the floor, and he jams it with authority.
Gives the team such a great element, having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Here's Doncic. The Nuggets getting the bucket. To the paint. Pass to Marjanovic. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Ring shot on the way. And he knocks down the jumper.
And out of the pick and roll, Porter showing great coordination, fluidity, and versatility.
Pass to Richardson. Marjanovic kicks to Richardson. Left side, Porzingis. Pass to Marjanovic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3. The Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Harrison, guarded by Doncic. And Porter, here we go. Chalk up 2 there.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel-good.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Finney-Smith. Shoots from the elbow. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
And not exactly quick off the floor, but Luka uses great anticipation to make defensive plays.
And it's Gordon. That time on the assist by Porter.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all.
Paul Millsap is checked in for the Nuggets. Rivers comes in for Michael Porter. And then for Dallas, Willie Cauley-Stein. He's checked in for Marjanovic. Hardaway comes in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Brunson the pass to Porzingis. And here is Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein doing what he does best on offense, looking to throw it down.
Now, here's Jokic. No one near him. Cauley-Stein grabs the ball.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Here's Rivers. after Luka Doncic's bucket.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
And so here is Dallas. Denver getting their last shot to go. Porzingis passes to Cauley-Stein. And that basket is good. And yet the coach's challenge being used here on the goaltending call. He wants it reviewed.
And with this type of goaltending review process, one thing to keep in mind is that the rule states, quote, in order to overturn the event as called on the floor, there must be clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
And so, Greg, if via replay there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach has used up his one and only coach's challenge for the game. So, as you can tell, a lot riding on when you choose to use it. So, guys, the courtside administrator has received the verdict. They will overturn the goaltending violation. So, a good use for the challenge here.
And with the improvements to cameras and visibility.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We've got more in store for you right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What do you guys think about the Nuggets out here in this one?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter.
Oh!
Yes, sir.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Morris against Redick. He feeds it to Powell. And that one drops for him. Powell's got his first basket.
Well, this is when you start to talk about Redick not just always looking for offense, clearly looking for teammates there.
Here's Rivers. Not going to go that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Powell kicks to Cauley-Stein. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Inside, Powell with the steal. Hardaway dishes to Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
So many different offenses that Tim Hardaway Jr. has played in, but he's trying to improve in his on-court awareness. A good show of it there.
Here's Morris, and he drops in the layup off the glass. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now Redick still looking for his first bucket in this one. Cauley-Stein finds Hardaway. Back to Cauley-Stein. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Well, a 7-footer that has a bit of moxie. Willie Cauley-Stein loves to play rough down low.
Here's Morris. Redick with the rebound. For Dallas, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. JaVale McGee's checked in for Bull. And it's Michael Porter in for Monte Morris. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley-Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Nicolo Melli. Richardson, he's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Burke in for J.J. Redick. Here's McGee. He's good with the little jumper in close. And the Nuggets lead by 4. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That is his first foul of the game. Morris is checked in for the Nuggets. Then for the Mavericks, Porzingis, he's checked in for Powell. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Trey Burke. Morris passes to Porter. Over Richardson. And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nuggets.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Dallas. Here's Doncic. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Mavericks trail by 8. Cauley-Stein trying to free himself up. That's good from Doncic on the assist from Cauley-Stein.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
There's Harrison. Richardson cover. Here's Porter. Mavericks with the rebound. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Here's the three. It's hauled in by Jokic. The Nuggets leading by 6. And cut. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it...
And so it's Denver with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. After 2 quarters, it's Denver out in front. They have a 6-point lead. Kenny, what was yours? And that does it for our...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's been getting it done is Michael Porter.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
On the floor for Dallas, they've got Porzingis. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Cauley-Stein, and it's Finney-Smith in at small forward. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
And you can see Porzingis, a great job as a big to run the floor and help get that 3.
There's Harrison. Here's Jokic. And the shot goes in. Jokic has got his first bucket in this one.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Doncic with it. He's got 6. Dishes it to Cauley-Stein. McGee with the block, and he gets it back. Good on the bucket. Cauley-Stein's got 10 points. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Here's Harrison. The pass to Jokic. Cloak loose. And with that, the Denver lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Doncic.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
McGee, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. And here is Doncic. He's got 8. Clock at 6. It's Richardson on the wing. Now here is McGee. And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
And so Doncic will bring it up for Dallas. They trail by 6. Richardson outside. Cauley Stein trying to free himself up. Richardson, good.
Even though he's slightly built, Richardson does play a physical game. Remarkable how much contact he absorbs.
Harrison kicks to Porter. 1:58 left here in the third quarter. Crafty move. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Cauley Stein's got 6 rebounds in the game. Big group substitution here for Denver. Bol, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Millsap comes in for Aaron Gordon. Rivers, he's checked in for Porter. And Morris subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
Close games can boil down to who makes plays on defense, and that is one heck of a rejection right there.
Here's Rivers outside for Millsap. Morris outside. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Bol the pass to Rivers. It's Jokic top of the key. The feed to Bol. Shoots over Marjanovic, and that one goes long. Mavericks trailed by 4 to the inside. Here's Powell, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Hardaway. Hardaway has got 3 assists in the game. Up top, Morris. Covered by Redick. Count it. And the Nuggets lead by 4. 59 seconds left to play here in the third. Now Redick. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Morris, and Morris throws it down.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
And Redick kicks to Kleba. Pass to Marjanovic. Back to Kleba. This one for 3. And it's Rivers with the rebound. Denver leading by 6. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Jokic. Powell pulls it in. The Mavericks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Growing up in the Bay Area, I worked out a lot and spent a lot of time with Tim Hardaway Sr. Remember the killer crossover. And Tim Hardaway Jr. continues to show why he belongs in the league after a lot of hard work on his own.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Dallas calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Thompson with it. Here's Marjanovic, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
Yeah, that's a...
And so it's the Denver Nuggets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So on the floor for Denver, Austin Rivers is out there with Harrison. Then it's Aaron Gordon. Then it's Green. And it's Millsap in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Jokic with it. Out defended by Cauley Stein. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Passes it to Melly. That shot, no good. Now Denver takes it the other way. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Mavericks making a switch here. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein. Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Nicolo Melli. And Doncic is subbed in for Tim Hardaway Jr. Porter kicks to Jokic. Good work there as it goes.
Jokic is doing things at that position that a lot of bigs just dream about.
Doncic feeling it out. Outside for Redick. Kept alive. Here's Marjanovic. Doncic finds Redick. And here's Porzingis for a three. Porter pulls it in. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. They recover it. Harrison passes to Jokic. Back to Harrison. Moves back up. That one, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. Here's Porzingis. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Count the basket.
Well, he's too good a finisher to blow that kind of chance, but that's going to be a wake-up call to the defense.
Here's Harrison, covered by Redick. Here's Bull. Shoots over Redick. Bull, that's good. Bull's got the lead up to 8 now for Denver.
And you see defenses trying to be physical with Bull. That time, contact on the shot had no effect.
Back to Redick. Fires from the wing. Gets a hand on it. Here's Finney-Smith. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
And the first one at the line is good. Denver making a switch here. Morris is checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Cauley Stein's checked in.
Crucial that he converts those shots. They've got to keep eating away at the lead.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Morris with the bucket. So it's the Mavericks now. 8-point game. Doncic against Gordon. Doncic kicks to Redick. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Redick's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A beautiful touch from J.J. Redick on the mid-range jump shot. An efficient scoring area for Redick.
Pass to Jokic. There's a minute 34 left to play in the final quarter.
Yeah, this is what you love about him, the confidence on that mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, and proving once again he can do some damage from that area.
Redick for 3. Porter pulls it in.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Morris. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 9. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Morris drops them both. Dallas has gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Redick with the 3. Buries it from three-point range.
Easy to see why J.J. Redick is a guy that everybody talks about as being one of the premier shooters in the NBA.
Doncic comes with the double team. Morris looking over the floor. There's the pass to Jokic. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And the Nuggets lead by 9.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game. But once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. 20 feet out. But they get it there. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hit, thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight. There with Luka Doncic, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. And for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Enes Kanter, and it's Powell in at the 3, the small forward. Puts one up from 19, and the jumper falls for him. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight. Chris, what an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch.
And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Down low, Porzingis with the steal.
And you saw him gauging that pass there. He knew they were coming inside with it and got into position for the steal.
Well, there's the toughness and grit of Richardson, absorbing a lot of contact and powering through it.
Here's Lillard, following the score by Josh Richardson. Lillard attacking. The rebound by Marjanovic. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Porzingis has got the ball.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And how about then not settling? I mean, instead of being lazy with the shot selection, they go right to the rim.
And Kanter able to finish.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Kanter has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Now, here's Doncic. Here's Finney Smith. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
That's what I'm talking about. That's a perfect 4-for-4 start for them. Now they're just getting all the shots they want.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Off target from 3-point range.
Oh, man, as good of a shooter as he is, it drives him crazy to miss a wide open 3 like that.
Richardson kicks to Finney Smith. And the 3 off target.
Well, they weren't going to stay perfect forever, but still shooting 80% from the floor to start the game.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy.
This is who McCollum is. Someone who's ready to fire as soon as the ball touches his hands.
And McCollum on the floor, all business. Off the court, he's a very outspoken player, very colorful guy. And Greg, you were saying you see a future in media for him when he stops playing.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, McCollum spoke up quickly about the seriousness of the virus when they were playing. He's very knowledgeable and shares what's on his mind. A media position after he's done playing is a very real possibility if he chooses to.
Here's Richardson, following the score by Damian Lillard. To the middle. Richardson, good.
This coaching staff loves when Richardson gets inside. I mean, it keeps their offense well-rounded and gives the defense a lot to worry about.
McCollum dishes to Nurkic. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And it's Lillard missing.
He's forcing things a little bit in this quarter, settling for shots that he'd be better off passing up.
Passes it to Finney Smith. The offensive rebound. Marjanovic. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Sinks the 3-pointer.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Here's the break. Near the 3-point line, it's McCollum. Releases from the wing and drills it.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Now, here's Marjanovic. He's still scoreless so far in this one. The wide open look here for Porzingis. That 3 off the mark. Trailblazers trail by 5. That one drops for him.
This is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Kanter. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
56 seconds left to play here in the first. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game. Anthony's checked in for Nurkic. Now the pass to Cauley Stein. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
He has such a strong presence inside. Cauley Stein can be a hard man to defend in the painted area.
Pass to Kanter. Back to Lillard. McCollum against Redick. The 11-footer. And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Lillard. McCollum's got 6 points.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Brunson the pass to Cauley Stein. The shake. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Here's Kanter. Lillard outside. Powell with the steal. Now Brunson. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 5. From Portland, We're back in a moment.
I think in the past, anytime
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, we've got Jalen Brunson. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Powell. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Cauley Stein in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. One-on-one here. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, they are really starting to push it now.
Mavericks making a switch here. Burks is checked in. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
You know, Anthony's getting more floor time last season. He worked his way into the Blazers rotation. He's still young, though. It seems like he can carve a roll out of his team.
Redick with the bucket.
Oh, you can't allow Redick to be going from there. His three-point shot is downright lethal.
They get a hand on it, and stolen by Burke. Fires the three. Another three for Dallas.
And Simon's a bit undersized at that two-guard position, only 6'3", but a natural two with playmaking ability.
Ultimately, this team wants him to be a scoring threat off the bench. I mean, have him come in firing from outside. He's got a lot of work to get to that point. Great work to find the space to get off the open jumper. He's going to work hard for those.
Redick is in the corner. Dallas moving it around. Cauley Stein kicks to Burke. Here's Covington. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Powell. And he banks in the layup.
Oh, that's not the kind of interior defense you want. Way too slow to protect the rim.
And here is Burke. Pass to Cauley Stein. Back to Burke. Feeds to Powell. And the shot goes in. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Inside. Covington's shot is off. And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the Mavericks. And the wide open shot from Redick. No good with the triple. The Trailblazers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Mavericks leading by 4. Burke, the pass to Hardaway. It's Redick on the wing. Burke kicks to Hardaway. The dish now to Powell. There's the double team with Covington. Clock is at 3. Here's Cauley Stein. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, man, just beast mode on the glass there. He was not going to be denied on that play.
Powell down low, covered by Redick. And the dunk by Covington.
Proving he's not afraid to finish with power. Covington loves to dunk it home.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Robert Covington. Yusuf Nurkic comes in for Carmelo Anthony. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Damian Lillard in for Anthony Simon. Lillard sinks that one from the post. Lillard's got 6.
Well, Lillard is used to getting pushed around. Got to admire how he muscles it in regardless.
Now, here's Doncic. Richardson finds Marjanovic. Puts it up from 12. Richardson, good. He has 6. Trailblazers trail by 4. McCollum outside. To the inside. Cantor drops in the layup for 2.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior. 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Doncic against Lillard. Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. They grab their own miss. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Mavericks lead by 4.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
And stolen by Richardson. Doncic with the bucket. Doncic has got his second basket of the game.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
Lillard misses. Shoots the 3. No good on the last second attempt there. And so
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a... And...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We've seen Josh Richardson really having a great game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Carrying up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Norman Powell, and it's Cantor in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. And he recovers it.
And until he starts knocking down some shots, I don't think the deficit's going to get any smaller.
Powell with the steal. Lillard the pass to Cantor. Lets it go from deep. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
His effort level is there. You can't blame him on that. He's working to get good shots. It's just not connected.
Richardson against McCollum. Richardson kicks to Porzingis. Offline with his 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
McCollum, no good.
This was not what they had in mind coming out of the locker room at halftime. 4 shots so far and nothing to show for it.
Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player at 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great play. Trailblazers trail by 5. To the paint. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Lillard is capable of getting up to slam it home. You better keep him out of the paint.
Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Doncic outside. That one good for 2. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Lillard looking around. It counts. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Richardson, following the score by Damian Lillard. Richardson kicks to Brunson. Richardson with it. He's got 6. A rebound by Simon.
Golden opportunity that he can't make good on. Maybe a wake-up call to the D, though. They can't leave him alone like that.
Now, here's Lillard. Nurkic finds Lillard. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket.
Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
Now Covington, after Tim Hardaway missed from long range. And there's Lillard on the assist from Covington. Lillard's got the lead up to 2 now for Portland. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Passes to Porzingis. Richardson attacking, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
Oh, what an athlete Richardson is. Outstanding at knifing his way inside and converting.
And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
Here's Richardson after the basket by Jusuf Nurkic. Richardson dishes to Cauley Stein. Great D that time from Nurkic. The Trailblazers on offense. They're on a 14-4 run. Nobody near Lillard. And the Trailblazers another 3.
Now he's starting to do good work beyond the arc. I mean, he had a dry first half, but now they're falling.
Here's Richardson. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Brunson against Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
I love how Lillard takes the initiative on offense. I mean, he's a creative and talented guard who's been absolutely on fire.
Brunson, the bounce pass. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul. For Dallas, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
When you think of Cauley Stein, the word length comes to mind. A huge target on offense and a tenacious shot blocker and rebounder on the defensive end.
And we've reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Just a terrific game so far. It's the Trailblazers up 2 from Portland. We're back in a moment. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Here's Doncic. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. J.J. Redick is out there with Burke. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4 slot. Doncic, no good.
He's as surprised as anyone with that miss. When he's left alone like that, you can usually count him.
Jones, the pass to McCollum. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. The Mavericks trailing. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Outside, Redick. And there's the pass to Marjanovic. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. And he gets the bucket. McCollum's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for Portland.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Doncic passes to Burke. And good that time. Burke's got his first 2 points.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
It's good on the putback. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Outside for Redick. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Cantor's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And it's Powell in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Back to Lillard, just 5 to shoot. Trailblazers keep it alive. Cantor finds McCollum. Down low. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
Gotta love the aggressiveness of McCullough. He doesn't back down from the defense. Embraces getting hit while shooting.
And the Mavericks call time here. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor. And these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. A different look now for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Jones. Hollis Jefferson subbed in for Norman Powell. Then for the Mavericks, Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell. Hardaway is subbed in for Trey Burke. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He said, we're too concerned with their shooters right now. We've got to close off the inside. They are gutting us. He pleaded with his guys. Come on, let's take a stand. Kevin?
Doncic feeling it out. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Yep, it counts.
I think McCullough's mechanics and mindset really come into play in the mid-range game. He's deadly from that area.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Doncic. Porzingis trying to get free. That one's in there, and the Portland lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Doncic. Doncic against Lillard. Banked in off the glass. Lillard's got 22.
It's tough. When I think of Dame, that's the first word that comes up. Showing why in that loop right there.
Doncic against Lillard. Good. Doncic has got 4 this quarter. Trailblazers leading by 6. 1:53 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Covington passes to Hollis Jefferson. You know, he rips it and jams it right over Porzingis. Wow!
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Oh, nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there. Doncic. Nurkic with the block.
This is the impact Nurkic makes on the defensive end. Effective at reaching out and stifling shooting.
Got a piece of it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hardaway.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Powell in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Pass to Redick. But Trey. Here's Marjanovic. Doncic kicks to Redick. Offensive rebound. Takes the 3. He's off on that one. And it's Portland the other way. Porzingis passes to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. Impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Doncic against Lillard. Makes it off the glass. Lillard's got the lead up to 8 now for the Trailblazers.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
And it's not about running up to score. It's about closing the door on any kind of comeback.
The shot by Redick, no good. Guys a chance to add to their lead.
If they get into double digits, that would make it a huge hill to climb. And it's just competing and, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great fit.
Redick with the three, drops in the tray.
What a competitor Redick is. I mean, when you make a shot on this team, he wants payback.
And so it's Portland winning this one. Even early up. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
There's a look at downtown Los and with
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. Then there's Porzingis. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3. And for the Clippers, we've got Reggie Jackson. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the shooting guard position. And it's Leonard missing.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Porzingis. George with the defensive effort. Morris outside. Back to Leonard. In the corner, it's Morris. Shoots over Marjanovic. Misses off the left iron.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
To the right side. Here's Finney Smith. Off target with his 3. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi. There's a burst that allows Luka Doncic to be effective on his drives. You're not going to catch him standing around. This guy is in attack mode.
Now, here's George. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. The shot, no good.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
It's hauled in by Zubac.
Cannot believe he missed that one. Ooh, I'm sure he can't either.
Here's Jackson out to Morris. Porzingis with the steal, and it's the Mavericks on the break. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Boy, the aggressiveness in the paint from Porzingis, you know, putting the onus on the officials to make a call. You've got to make them decision makers.
Now, here's George. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
And there it is. After 4 straight misses, finally nail one.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Porzingis on the follow. Porzingis has got 5.
Well, tracking down rebounds with ease. Kristaps Porzingis, outstanding mobility.
Here's George, and George with the stuff.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Doncic dishes to Richardson. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Here's Zubac. Doesn't go for him. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Marjanovic down low, covered by Morris. Clippers trail by 6. Jackson in the corner. Clippers moving the ball around. And the dunk by Zubac.
Boy, that open look set up by Kawhi Leonard. That's probably the most underrated aspect of his game.
Doncic looking it over. Pass to Richardson. Here's Marjanovic, and Marjanovic with the slam.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Morris. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Leonard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Reggie Jackson.
I don't know if it's underplayed, but there's an all-around aspect to what Paul George does on a night-by-night basis. This guy is an elite two-way player.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. And checked in. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Shot clock at 6. Redick passes to Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Cauley-Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Beverley with the ball. It's tipped. A big-time effort for Porzingis, providing a lot of energy for the Dallas Mavericks. Earlier tonight, we spoke with Paul George about how they've integrated.
Everybody has a chip on their shoulder.
Greg, that last point is key. This team plays lockdown defense.
And that's a big part of their identity. Most teams talk about being well-balanced. This team lives it.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, they've got J.J. Redick. Hardaway is out there with Dwight Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5 down low. And here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Man. 6 to shoot from outside the arc. And another 3 for the Clippers.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Outside, Redick over Kennard. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Redick's got 5 points so far. Beverly deciding where to go with it. And the pass to Cousins. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
You know, I like this. Instead of trying to jack up the 3, get the ball to Cousins for a high percentage look.
Outside, Redick. Back to Brunson. Wants to get it to Powell, and does. He can't get that one. Great D that time from Batum. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers, trailing by 2. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Cauley Stein. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Beverly against Brunson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Gregor, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Now here's Rondo. Burke covering. Nobody near Leonard. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Kawhi Leonard very comfortable in catch-and-shoot situations. This guy is so good, even without a dribble.
Count it. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
1:43 left to play here in the half. Morris kicks to Leonard. Porzingis with the steal. And here we go. Burke heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. And it's a 7-point Maverick lead.
See, Porzingis should score the basketball, but he also recognizes when his teammates have a clean look. I love that unselfishness.
Outside Leonard. We've got 1:13 left now here in the second. Yes, that goes in.
How about the focus and locked-in nature of Kawhi Leonard? My goodness.
Now here's Burke. He feeds it to Cauley Stein. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Outside Rondo. Here's Morris. Passes it to Zubac. And stolen by Burke. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Burke with the ball. Stolen by Beverly. Zubac the pass to Leonard. That's in, and the Dallas lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Zubac.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Back to Doncic. Over Leonard, and it's Doncic. That time on the assist by Burke. Doncic has got the lead up to 7 now for Dallas. Here's Rondo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And the layup is good.
And although not the biggest guy, you got to love how Rondo uses his body inside. Has a great touch as well.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Mavericks.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. It was all Kristaps Porzingis in the first quarter. He had 10 points, 2 steals. And that should...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Porzingis having a dominant impact in this game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then it's Paul George. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Powell kicks to Doncic. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Sure. It's deflected. Now Marjanovic. That one falls. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
George looking over the floor. To the inside. It's stolen by Marjanovic. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Here's Finney Smith. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Buries the long-range jumper. And now a 10-point Maverick lead. And Los Angeles guys, shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Outside, George. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Now, Paul George is a phenomenal catch-and-shoot guy. Measures the shot before receiving the pass. It's hard to guard.
Richardson outside. Over Jackson. Richardson finds Marjanovic. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Marjanovic has got 9 points.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Here's Leonard. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Ball's knocked loose. Powell with the steal. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Pulls up on the elbow. Batum grabs the miss. Clippers trail by 10. Puts it up from 12. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Here's Richardson. And the shot is long. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Jackson dishes to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Boy, aggressive move by DeMarcus Cousins. He'll dish out more punishment than he receives, that's for sure.
Mavericks leading by 8. Doncic with it. He's got 6. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Doncic. 5 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
Outside, George. Batum passes to George. Misses the 3. Dallas has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Here's Doncic. They grab their own miss. Powell kicks to Doncic. A second chance effort. Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Doncic against George. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
There's 14 seconds left to play in the 3rd. And here is Doncic. Count that one.
Well, you want to talk about a picture-perfect jumper. Luka Doncic knows a thing or two about getting into the mid-range.
Jackson from long range. It's off. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Mavericks leading by 12. On the floor for Dallas starting the 4th quarter here. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Jalen Brunson out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Cauley Stein in at the center. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Well, the defense flat out awful right there, and he couldn't punish them for their mistake.
Morris finds Beverly. Porzingis with the block.
This guy showing great potential as a rim protector. Porzingis a threat to block shots anywhere, anytime.
The first one falls. Cauley Stein hits them both. Here's Beverly. Pass to Kennard. Beyond the arc. Now here's Zubats. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Porzingis with fast break chance. From deep three-point range. That shot off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's Beverly. It's rebounded by Brunson. Mavericks leading by 14. Porzingis with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Outside for Redick. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubats has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Morris into the lane. Can't hit from in close. The Mavericks have gotten off to a rough start in the 4th quarter, going 0 for 4 so far. They get it back. Cauley Stein passes to Redick. Dallas moving it around. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubats has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Kennard the pass to Morris. Porzingis with the steal. And they're moving it up. And the wide open shot from Redick hits the 3 from the wing.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Well, you have to appreciate the defensive battle for sure. Both squads struggling on the offensive end. We call this grit and grind.
Mavericks leading by 15. Stolen by Beverly. And now the Clippers on the break. Beverly with the ball. And the layup's good off the glass.
What a nice little burst from Patrick Beverly to get in transition.
Dallas has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. And again, Dallas turns it over. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Mike Powell comes in for Porzingis. And Trey Burke subbed in for J.J. Redick. And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
Hey guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Takes a 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
I don't think there's anything Leonard can't do on the basketball court. He can score inside, the mid-range, long range. He'll hurt you from absolutely anywhere.
Back to Burke. Leonard with the steal. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. And it's George finishing it off.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic dunk.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Here's Brunson. Dallas again missing. And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Zinkis, he's checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. Josh Richardson's checked in for Burke. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Here's Finney-Smith, guarded by Jackson. Finney-Smith kicks to Marjanovic. And the rejection by Zubac. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Back to George. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Porzingis. It's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. 17 points was their biggest margin. Richardson attacking. Now Marjanovic. Clock at 6.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
Doncic against George. Now, here's Doncic, guarded closely. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. From deep. No good on that one. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. Well,